Good morning, sir. How can I help you?
Good morning, young man. I'm here to see Mr. Johnson. Is he in?
He is, sir. Please come in. I'll let him know you're here.
Could he be one of Mr. Johnson's guests from abroad? No, he looks too much like him. But the way he carries himself.
Mr. Johnson will be with you shortly. Please, make yourself comfortable.
Thank you, young man. I must say, you look familiar. Are you related to Mr. Johnson?
Ah, Peter. Good to see you. Welcome to my home.
Thank you, Johnson. But tell me, who is that fine young man I just met?
That's my first son, David.
Your son? I thought he looked like you, but I wasn't sure. My goodness, he's so well-spoken and successful-looking. What does he do?
David's a doctor. He's been doing quite well for himself in the medical field.
A doctor? You don't say.
Yes, he's just acquired a piece of land on the island. He's planning to start building his duplex soon.
Wow, so there really is money in that field. I had no idea. This is incredible.
Oh, yes. The opportunities are vast, especially if you're dedicated.
Thank you, Johnson. I think I've found what my son should study. Medicine it is. Thank you so much, Johnson. You've really opened my eyes.
I'm glad I could help, my friend. Who knows, maybe our sons will end up working together one day.
Yes, this is it. I've finally found what my son, Michael, should do with his life. Thank God I went to visit Mr. Johnson this morning. That encounter with his brave and successful young son, David. It's like a sign from heaven. David reminds me so much of my old dream, the one I couldn't pursue. As a child, I wanted nothing more than to become a doctor. Everyone who studied medicine seemed to do so well for themselves. I could see it, the white coat, the respect, the stability. But economic hardship and poverty stole that dream from me. My parents. They just didn't have the money to send me to school for that long. But now I have the chance to revive that dream, to pass it on to Michael. He can do it. He can become a doctor, live the life I always wanted. It's not too late, not for him. Thank God I met Mr. Johnson's son today. Michael will have this at the back of his mind from now on. Every family is producing a doctor. Mine won't be different. No, it can't be different. I won't let my friends laugh at me. Michael will achieve what I couldn't. He will carry this dream forward.
Dad? What's going on? You look like you just ran a marathon.
Michael, listen to me carefully. I've just come from Mr. Johnson's house, and I've had a revelation. You're going to become a doctor.
A doctor? Where's this coming from?
Mr. Johnson's son, he's a doctor, and he's doing incredibly well. It reminded me of my own dream to become a doctor, a dream that poverty stole from me. But now, Michael, you can achieve it for both of us. You can live the life I always wanted.
What? No, Dad, that's not what I want at all. I want to be an artist. I love drawing. I'm an art student, remember? I want to study fine art, not medicine. Where is this idea even coming from?
I don't care where it's coming from. What matters is where it's going. You're better off switching to science now, while you still can. You'll study medicine and become a doctor, Michael. That's final.
Dad, you can't just decide my future like this. Art is my passion. I'm good at it, and it's what I want to do with my life.
Enough, Michael. As long as I'm the one paying for your education, you will do as I say. I don't want to hear another word about fine art. You better get ready to study medicine.
But Dad, this is my life.
And it's my money that's going to pay for it. So, you better adjust. I've made my decision, and that's that. Remember what I told you, Michael. Think about your future. Good afternoon. I'd like to withdraw some money, please.
Good afternoon, sir. Of course, I can help you with that. May I have your account details, please?
Excuse me, young lady, I wanted to ask. Are you working as an accountant here?
Oh, I'm actually a chartered accountant, sir.
A chartered accountant? Wow, I've never seen a young person so successful in this field before.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
You know, I really admire your success. It's such an encouragement to see someone like you doing so well. If you don't mind me asking, is this field really as lucrative as it seems? I'd love for my son, Michael, to be as successful as you are.
Yes, sir, it is. Accounting is a very lucrative field, but it does require a lot of hard work and dedication. As long as he's willing to put in the effort and study hard, there's no reason he can't succeed.
Oh, that's great to hear. My son is incredibly hardworking. He doesn't joke with his studies at all. If hard work is what it takes, then he's already halfway there. I've been searching for the right path for him to follow, especially with the high rate of unemployment these days. I wouldn't want him to end up like so many young graduates who can't find jobs. Now that I know young people can succeed in this accounting field, I've made up my mind. Michael will study accounting. Thank you so much for your advice.
You're welcome, sir. I'm glad I could help. Please give my best wishes to your son. I'm sure he'll do great in whatever he chooses to pursue.
Thank you. I'll be sure to pass on your well wishes. And thank you again for the encouragement. It means a lot.
It was my pleasure, sir. Have a wonderful day.
You too, young lady. You too. I was wrong about pushing Michael into medicine. Accountants, like that young lady, are certainly more successful these days. And what's even more impressive is how they achieve it at such a young age. Michael's calmness and analytical mind would suit the profession perfectly. Yes, accounting is the right path for him. Who could this be? Driving such a luxurious car around here. Good afternoon, Mr. Peter. Do you remember me? Daniel? Daniel, the son of my old friend, God's Will? Is that really you? Yes, sir, it's me. It's really good to see you again. Look at you. It's been years. What brings you back to the neighborhood? I came to visit my dad. I'm also checking on the hospital I'm building down the road. It's a charity project for the community. Wait, you're the one building that massive hospital? The one that even the local government couldn't afford to set up? Yes, sir. It's just my way of giving back to the community that raised me. Daniel, I'm speechless. You've done so well for yourself. Your father must be so proud of you. Thank you, sir. All glory goes to God. Before you go, Daniel, I wanted to ask you something. Of course, sir. What is it? You know, they say, a man's success is sweeter when shared with his brother. I was wondering if you could do me a favor. Would you consider taking my son, Michael, under your wing? He could learn from you, an apprenticeship, perhaps? Actually, that sounds like a great idea. I'm currently running short of workers, and it would be wonderful to have someone eager to learn. I'd be happy to have Michael join us. Thank you, Daniel. You have a good heart. I'll get home and tell Michael right away. This could be the opportunity we've been praying for. I'm glad I can help, sir. I'll come by later so we can discuss the details. Thank you again, Daniel. You've made my day. Safe trip to the hospital, and may God continue to bless the work you're doing. Thank you, Mr. Peter. I'll see you later. Imagine that. God's Will's son, Daniel, not only driving a luxurious car, but also building an ultra-modern hospital for the community. A whole hospital. And here I was, thinking about Mr. Johnson's son, David, who's still struggling to build his first house. And what about that accountant at the bank? Sure, she's doing well for herself, but I'm certain she can't afford to build a massive hospital, not at this stage in her career. No, Daniel has shown me the way. It's business. Business is where the real money is. Yes, that's it. Business. Michael will go into business, just like Daniel. With Daniel's help, he's bound to succeed. Why didn't I see this before? Medicine, accounting. They're all good, but business, that's where the future is. I'll go home and tell Michael right away. He'll be excited, I just know it. With Daniel's mentorship, he'll be on the fast track to success. There's no way my son won't make it big. This is it. The opportunity we've been waiting for. My friends can laugh at me now, but soon enough, they'll see. Michael will be the success story of this community, mark my words. Michael. I've finally figured out what you should do with your life.
Wait, Dad. You just told me yesterday that I should study medicine. We're still talking about that. What else could you have possibly figured out now?
Forget about medicine, my boy. That was yesterday's idea. Today, I've got something even better, something that'll set you up for life.
Dad, what are you talking about?
I had an encounter today, an encounter that opened my eyes. I ran into Daniel, Godswill's son. You won't believe it. The boy is beyond successful. He's driving the latest luxury car and living like a king. And get this, he's building a hospital for the community, just as charity work. Can you imagine? A whole hospital, funded entirely by him.
Daniel?
Yes. And it got me thinking. This idea of you studying medicine, it's good, but it's not enough. Business, Michael, that's where the real success lies. I've already talked to Daniel, and he's agreed to take you under his wing. You're going to learn business from him. I want you to be as rich and successful as Daniel, or even more so.
Dad. I mean, we were just discussing medicine, and now you want me to go into business? But Dad, I'm not passionate about business.
Michael, listen to me. I know this seems sudden, but trust me, this is the right path for you. Daniel has made a fortune through business, and he's using that wealth to give back to the community. Imagine what you could do with that kind of success. I don't want you to just get by, I want you to thrive, to live a life of comfort and impact. Michael, you look like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders. Is everything all right?
Not really, sir. I'm just confused. My dad has been making decisions for me, and I don't know what to do anymore.
What's going on? You can talk to me.
Well, first, my dad told me I should switch to science so I could study medicine. He was really set on it, even though I'm an art student and not really interested in science. But I was trying to make peace with it, you know?
I understand. It must have been hard to even consider changing your entire focus like that.
Exactly. And now, just today, he's changed his mind again. He met his friend's son, Daniel, who's really successful in business, like, really successful. So now, he's decided that I should forget about medicine and go into business instead. But sir, I'm not passionate about business at all.
Oh no, Michael. This must be incredibly overwhelming for you. Your father is making all these decisions without considering what you truly want.
Yeah, it's like he's just jumping from one idea to another, hoping it'll work out. But none of this feels right to me. I don't know how to tell him that without disappointing him.
Michael, it's important that you pursue something that aligns with your passions and talents. Otherwise, you'll find yourself stuck in a career that brings you no joy. Have you tried talking to your father about how you feel?
It's like he's living out his own dreams through me, without thinking about what I actually want. I see.
Michael, it's crucial that your father understands how important it is for you to make your own decisions about your future. If you don't speak up now, you might regret it later. Can you ask him to come see me tomorrow morning? Maybe I can help him see things from a different perspective.
I can do that, sir. I'll ask him to come. Thank you for offering to talk to him.
We'll do our best, Michael. He loves you, and I'm sure he only wants what's best for you. Thank you, Mr. Samuel. Michael said you wanted to see me?
Yes, I did.
I've been concerned about Michael. He's been looking troubled lately, and I believe it's because of the recent changes in your plans for his future. I wanted to have a chat about that, if you don't mind. I guess I have been pushing him in different directions lately. First, I wanted him to study medicine, but then I met Daniel, Godswill's son. He's doing so well in business, he's even building a hospital for the community. I thought, why not have Michael learn from him? He could be just as successful, maybe even more. But now, I'm starting to wonder if I'm doing the right thing. It's natural to want the best for your son, Mr. Peter. But success isn't just about choosing a profitable career path. It's about aligning with one's destiny, what one is truly meant to do. You see, many people are in fields like medicine, business, or accounting, but not everyone finds success there. Do you know why that is? I'm not sure. Maybe they're not working hard enough, or perhaps God hasn't blessed them in those areas? That's a common thought, but it's not entirely accurate. There are successful people in every field, but the key is that they are in the field where they are meant to be, where God has placed them. The Bible says in Jeremiah 1:5, "Before I formed you in the womb I knew you, before you were born I set you apart." This means that God has a specific purpose for each of us, and we are equipped with certain abilities, passions, and gifts to fulfill that purpose. So, you're saying it's not just about picking a career because it's profitable, but finding out what Michael is truly meant to do? Exactly. Your son's abilities are a secret code given by God to help you understand where his strengths lie and where he is most likely to succeed. These abilities and giftings are pointers to his geography of destiny. They are not random. They are indicators of the field in which he can truly excel. That makes sense. Passion and pain are also power keys that guide us toward our destiny. You see, passion is more than just interest, it's a deep, compelling drive. It's something you would do even if no one paid you to do it. I've seen people succeed in fields others find difficult or unattractive, simply because they were passionate about it. That passion is often linked to their divine calling. So, you're saying I shouldn't dismiss Michael's passions, even if they don't seem lucrative right now? Absolutely. It doesn't matter what the field is, if he's ordained to be in it, he will succeed, even if others are struggling. Success isn't just about making money, it's about fulfilling the purpose for which you were created. And when you walk in your purpose, you experience a deeper satisfaction and fulfillment that money alone can't provide. I see that now. I've been so focused on what I think will make him successful that I didn't stop to consider what he's actually meant to do. You're right. My eyes have been opened. But how do I guide him now? Start by encouraging him to explore his natural talents and what he feels most passionate about. And more importantly, nurture his relationship with God. The Bible says in 2 Corinthians 3:18, "But we all, with unveiled face, beholding as in a mirror the glory of the Lord, are being transformed into the same image from glory to glory, just as by the Spirit of the Lord." The more we walk with God, the clearer our purpose becomes. When Michael aligns with God's plan for his life, he won't be confused, he'll have clarity and confidence in his path. I've been wrong to push him into things without considering what God has placed in his heart. From now on, I'll support him in discovering and pursuing his true calling. Thank you, Mr. Kingsley. I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. You're doing the right thing, Mr. Peter. Michael is fortunate to have a father who is willing to listen and change course for his well-being.
He will succeed in his area of passion, mark my words. And you'll see, the satisfaction of watching him thrive in his God-given purpose will be worth it.
Thank you, Mr. Samuel. I'm so glad we had this conversation. I'll go home and talk to Michael right away. I want him to know I am behind him, no matter what.
I'm sure that will mean the world to him. And remember, I'm here if you ever need to talk. We're in this together.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you again.
You're welcome. Take care, Mr. Peter.
John. There you are? What are you doing just standing here?
I'm just lost, Mary. Who could possibly afford to build such a massive estate in our little town?
Oh, John, you really don't know? That's Michael Peter's son who owns it. It's his way of giving back to the community, providing homes for the homeless who can't afford a roof over their heads.
Michael Peters? You mean Michael, the one who studied fine art? That Michael?
Yes, of course. That's the one. He's been in the news quite a bit lately. He reportedly sold one of his artworks for over $30 million. Can you believe it? He's worth over $300 million now, making him the richest artist in the entire country. They say he's been seen dining with kings and presidents of different nations. He's really amazed everyone with what he's accomplished.
I knew there was something special about his art, even back when he and my nephew used to draw together in class. They were always doodling in the corners of their notebooks, creating these incredible sketches. But my brother, he forced my nephew to study law, something that boy had no passion for. Now, he's struggling with it, unhappy and lost.
That's so sad, John. It's a strong lesson for all of us. Just look at Michael, he followed his passion, and now he's not only wealthy but respected worldwide. It really makes you think.
You're right, Mary. I won't make the same mistake with my children. I'll support them in whatever they're passionate about, no matter what. They deserve to live their lives doing what they love, not what others think is best for them. I won't be like my brother, I've seen where that leads.
That's the right attitude, John. We all need to learn from this.
Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. God bless you.